Hey, Mark, Shepard here, honesthypnosis.com, and I'm outside today because my front neighbor is totally like ripping stuff out of his house and banging and pounding, and you can hear it in the background. And so the room where I normally record, where the light is pretty good, is not available. But I had a message, and it's time for my Mind Mastery Daily message, and I wanted to share it with you. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll have to write something today, but it stopped raining long enough for me to do that. And so here I am, and today, what I want to talk about, I want to ask you a question. I know you can't, but what if you could, right? I know you can't, but what if you could? I know you can't quit your job, but what if you could find a way to do your job better, in a way that took less time, in a way that brought you more enjoyment? I know you can't, but what if you could? I know you can't get up off the couch and begin a 1-minute exercise program today. But if you could, what if you could? What would that be like? Right? All of the things that we want to do, all of the things we do, are the result of the way we think about them. And I know that sounds like a pat answer to someone who has a mortgage to pay and kids to put through college, and this job that you have is bringing in the money. However, over the centuries, there have been people who have basically said, you know what if I could? And then they began to try things. What if I could? What if I could talk to my boss and say, hey, could I work an hour longer every day and leave an hour earlier or come in an hour later, right? Or could I take Fridays off, but I will work Sundays? I don't know. Whatever it is, there's an option, there's an opportunity. And if the answer is no, that's okay. Sometimes the answer is no. Try something else. What if you could? What if you could today begin that project that you'd like to do someday? What if today you could literally, I don't know, do something different that takes care of you? People will spend so much time and money on their houses, on their cars, on their children, on their spouses, and they leave themselves last. One of my dearest friends is at that place where the kid is almost ready to go to college, right? And she is looking at a real change in her life. She's going to sell her house. She's going to find a small apartment, and she's really going to begin to take care of her. I got an email from her today, and she's really putting stuff into practice. What if you could do that too? She is no different or better than any of us. But step by step, she's made changes. Has she achieved everything she wants yet? No. But she's putting it into practice. Just like my neighbor across the street, I don't know, he had an idea to improve his house. He thought, geez, it would look better if I did this. There's a lot of work involved. And he stepped up and he's doing the work, right? He's bringing his tools to that project. What if you could bring the tools that you're getting here every day? And I'm trying to give you just little bits, little tiny bits, so that you don't get overwhelmed, so that you can go, oh, today, if you don't make your bed every day, I could just make my bed. If I just started the day and made my bed, how much better would that feel? Or if you make your bed every day, there's something else you don't do that if you did it would be a solid communication to your unconscious mind that you matter, and that what you want matters enough for you to take exquisite care of this amazing gift called your body, this amazing machine, this computer called your mind. This is your life. This is your life. As far as I know, maybe there's future lives that we live. I don't know. But today we have this. We have this. What difference can you make in your world today? What permission can you give yourself to take exquisite care of you? This is my garden behind me, by the way. And these tomatoes are way over my head. All my life, I helped other people with their gardens. all my life I helped my mom, I helped my dad, I helped various girlfriends or significant others with their gardens. And then one day I realized, you know what? I'm actually good at this and I like it. What if I did it for me? Because I was always a little bit resentful. But today, when I garden, it just absolutely makes a difference in my life. And I get some amazing, amazing organic food, fresher than you can imagine. Last night, I made myself an amazing dinner with tomatoes and cucumbers and some naturally cured bacon, and I felt like a rich man. Yesterday I didn't eat any dairy. That was one of my goals. I'm going to take a day off of dairy, and today I think I can do one more day with no dairy. Just that's what I'm doing for me. Today I'm doing this video message. That I'm doing for me and for you. That's where it links up. So sometimes you'll find that the things that mean the most to you actually have a benefit to other people. When we take care of ourselves, so often there is a certain prosperousness inside ourselves that then when we take care of ourselves, when we tithe to ourselves of our own time, our own talent, our own treasure, and start with us and fill up that reservoir of you, then there's plenty to give. I grow this garden for me, but every year there's way more than I can eat, and so I give that away. And that feels good. I love going to my Unity church with a bunch of tomatoes and just saying, hey, on your way out, take a tomato, right? That's a gift that looks like I'm doing it for them, but I'm doing it for me. And let's be honest about that. Everything we do because we are intending it to help ourselves feel good, to feel better about ourselves. So even if you are putting others first, you're doing that because you think it will feel better. And there's nothing against that. I think we do need to really reach outside of our own little bubble. However, most of the people I work with are people who kind of got the message in childhood that it's not okay to take care of you. And ultimately, the better you take care of yourself, the more you have to share. So what if you could today do one small thing to take care of you? One small thing to make your work more satisfying, more enjoyable, more effective. One thing to take care of your health. Because if you have no health, what do you have, right? You could have all the money in the world, but if you don't have health, you got nothing, right? But you could, if you're healthy, you can create abundance, prosperity, joy, satisfying work, love, connection, right? So one of the foundations we have to pay attention to is our own health. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you drinking enough water? These are all little areas. You can do just one little thing today. One little thing. One little thing. What if you could do that one little thing today? And that's the concept of Kaizen. Just small steps, baby steps, small improvements here and there. But built over time, you look back and see massive improvements. I read someplace once that people overestimate the amount that they can get done in a year, right? They think they can get way much more done in a year than they can, but they underestimate what they can get done in 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. So this is a process. We're in a process of transformation, and I want you so much to take care of yourself in a way that truly honors the greatness of your spirit, and to realize that when you take care of you, it is not a selfish thing. It is certainly a self-care thing, but when you take care of yourself, then you have an abundance to share. Try it. Give it a shot. That is your takeaway today. Take away this one idea. Just take one little thing today and improve it. Do one little thing today that you've been meaning to do. Just one little thing today. One little thing. This is Mark Shepard. Master your mind for a change, and I will see you on the inside. Thanks so much. Mark Shepard, Honest Hypnosis.com.